We are one Minnesota.
Somos un Minnesota.
Peya ilu la Minnesota.
Fenna tuli omuntu om.
احنا واحد بمينيسوتا.
So during the exile and after the war, I lost two sisters and I lost a younger brother, and they didn't get a chance to come to this country. They never knew what freedom was. They didn't even have enough to eat, and each day that I live, I try to do the best I can. I try to allow them to live through me. And my father, who, when I was in middle school, he went back to join the resistance in Laos. And so he died over there. My mom raised the rest of us in the housing project. And I think that I'm sharing this story because all immigrants have some sort of story, some sort of loss. And they're just, by living, they are trying to piece those loss back together, trying to recapture their dignity. And I think as human beings, we just want to have an opportunity to live with dignity, to have a dignified life. And in war, that dignity is stripped away from us, not just our family members, but our dignity. And Minnesota can be a place where we let people rebuild and recapture, recuperate their dignity.
After I found out that all my family were killed, and you know Cambodia, there's just a war in 72, 75, and then the Khmer rules. And then 79, the Vietnamese invade, and all my family members were killed. So I decided that, and I went back to my home. It was burned down to the ground, and there's no points for me to stay. Especially, I want to continue my education.
I left Uganda for education purposes. I was presented with an education opportunity to come study from St. Catherine University, and thinking about it, looking at like my friends who are already in the United States and the opportunities that the country had, provided them with, this was an opportunity I was not going to miss. It was like, I'm grabbing this and I'm hanging on tight to it.
I lived in a children's home in Germany after the war, mostly orphans and other people displaced by World War II. And one of my great joys was playing in bombed-out buildings, playing hide-and-go-seek with other kids in the home. But perhaps my fondest memory was being taken in by a family in Holland that were charged with, I guess, fattening me up, and before I started first grade.
Growing up, when I was younger, when I was going to school, walking, enjoying, the afternoons playing soccer with my friends on the street, and enjoying life without knowing the complications of life.
Every moment was a very special memory to me. Growing up in a refugee camp, I realized that every moment I lived in that refugee camp, there was some new excitement and some new memory that I carried with me from my childhood. I was born with 5 sisters and 3 brothers. I'm number 8 in the family. We shared food, we shared happiness, we shared compassion, as much as we were poor when it comes to money, but we were very rich when it comes to love and compassion.
Every evening we eat together. We eat supper together. And we never miss that supper together. That's really important. And I never get back to that time at all. It's just that in the past that I miss a lot. Nobody can take that away from me. And because all the good things that's happened to us, the good people that help us. I went to many states to tell you the truth. Minnesota people are more polite and more welcome you.
I'm here today in Minnesota because I believe the generosity of the people in Minnesota and my deep connection to the art, the music, the leadership is making me very proud to be here today. And I'm confident that the tiny ripples of hope that John F. Kennedy talked about still exist and very strong in Minnesota.
I'm convinced that if you work hard, are fortunate, have the good luck of finding friends and people who will support you in that situation, Minnesota does permit you to follow your dreams. And the dreams may be realized not by the first generation, but by the second generation, the children of the original immigrants. There's no guarantee that the first generation will not have a lot of challenges and struggles.
To me, being a Minnesotan means staying true to my values, but also being open-minded to learn about other people's cultures. I would say also being Minnesotan to me means being hardworking, caring about others more than yourself. So like doing something with your life that benefits others more than just yourself.
I have the fortune of being able to travel very often to my home country. And yes, at the beginning I'm happy to be there to greet my people that I know, but I want to come back home, even though the weather might be 70 below. Our roots now go deep, you know. My children were born here in Minnesota, and they are very proud to be Minnesotan too. They are bilingual, and they are proud to be bilingual. They can communicate in two languages. I love nature, and Minnesota is rich in that.
To me, being a Minnesotan means that I give everything I can for the state, and that I appreciate what's here for me. I wouldn't want to go. I'm really glad that our sponsor was from Minnesota, that has given my community, my family, an opportunity to thrive, to go to school, to contribute to this, to the well-being, the arts and culture of this state, and I'm really proud of that.
Minnesota is my home sweet home.
We are
one
Minnesota.
Minnesota.